Hello, thank you for tuning in to Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Brian Mursky and I am the owner of Veranda Technologies. We're here in Brick Township and we service Monmouth, Ocean, and the surrounding areas in New Jersey. So I am pretty excited. I have our largest, as a company, it's our largest ever wireless access point deployment for one of our existing clients, been a client for a couple of years now, and they have a pretty unique environment. It is a cabana club. They're located right on the Atlantic Ocean. They have on-site, it's a very large property. They have a few hundred cabanas, first of all, because it's a cabana club. They have a tiki bar. They have a very high-end restaurant. They have 2 snack bars. They have 2 swimming pools, one of which is Olympic-sized, and hot tub, kiddie spray ground, beach facilities, an indoor gym, storefront. It's a large property. We're going to have, I believe when we're done, 13 access points, 10 of them outdoor, 3 indoor, and covering quite a bit of property. We are doing a mesh network, Ubiquity mesh, and that's what we're going to cover today. I'm actually going to be working very closely. I'm excited because it's a great project for us, but we have some of the best in the business working with us. Keith DeBlois of Advanced Integrated Technologies, who does all of my cabling and wiring, as well as all of our camera work and audio and video, is going to be helping immensely with this project. And for some networking support, because this is a project unlike any I've done, Andy Chupa of Get Cloud 9 is going to be helping out on this one. So the 3 of us working very closely together to make this a successful project. I'm going to run through the equipment, the Ubiquity stuff, why we like it, and give everybody an insight into what we're doing. So this property, like I said, is large. And what they have now are 6 access points outdoors. We're bringing that to 10. And while they have a decent network now, part of the problem is because this is on a beach. It's unique. It's right on the ocean. There are areas, there are dead spots in their network where it's not easy to get network cabling. You can't shove a network cable through the sand and have it pop out where you want. You could, but it takes an awful lot of money and time, and you need to dig and lay new pipe and all of that stuff, get permits. So we are using Ubiquity's mesh network, and what that allows us to do, when you have an access point that's outside, typically you'd have a power over Ethernet adapter. Now one side of this, the PoE side, goes to your access point, right? So you'd have an access point. I'll deal more with that later, and that gets connected to the access point, which is what broadcasts your wireless signal, and your cell phones, tablets, laptops effectively connect wirelessly, just like in your home or workplace you have wireless. The other end of that is your LAN port, and that connects back to your network. So if you have an office, let's say, or a restaurant or a storefront, whatever, and you have 2 or 3 or even just 1 access point, the access points generally get connected either on the ceiling, wall, or sitting on a desk to the network. Your devices connect wirelessly to it, and then you're wired from that point on and you're on the network. When you're working in areas like this where you can't always get a network cable, the new mesh technology comes into play. So what's cool is you can have an access point like this, plugged into one of these things traditionally, and then you can have another access point like this only plugged into the PoE side. So you wouldn't use both of these, you would just use the PoE to power up the unit. So as long as you have an electrical outlet, 120 volt outlet, you can plug a second one of these, a third one of these, a fourth one of these, and stagger them throughout. And they will talk to each other. So here's one of my external ones. They're pretty big, hard to show on screen. I can have one of these plugged into the network, and I can have the other one not plugged into the network, and these will now wirelessly talk to each other just like your cell phones and tablets and laptops talk to the individual ones. So it's great because you can put for a large property like this, again, it's primarily for areas where you don't have anything but power. You can add internet to that area and then have that device, you program that device to talk to the ones that are connected to wires, to Cat5 cables around it, and you widen the area that you can have on the network. In our case, we're going to use it to get wireless right out to the surf. My hope is that at the end of this, you could literally have one of their guests, or all of their guests, walk into the ocean with a tablet or a cell phone and still be connected to internet, which is going to be phenomenal if we can pull it off. It's going to be pretty cool. Because the ocean is several hundred feet away from the nearest building, the nearest structure, but there are cabanas that they put on their beach that do have power. There's a conduit running for power to those. So it's going to help. It's going to significantly increase their coverage at the site. It's also, though, going to give us a tremendous amount of statistics into the network. So what we love about Ubiquity is graphs like these. You get pretty pictures and graphs. So this is one of my sites. It's a gym. And we can see that they have, they're powered up. Everything's working. We can get some insights into what the throughput and latency looks like. We can also click on clients, and we can see every single device, iPhone, Samsung, whatever, tablets, POS systems, printers, everything that's connected, how long it's been connected, how they're communicating. We can block them if there's a problem, if there's a rogue device on the network. We can manage these devices. We can upgrade or restart the devices and manage them through the cloud. It's pretty amazing how liberating it is to have access to all of that from a portal, from a web portal. So you can, what else can we do with this? Oh, heat maps. Heat maps are very cool. So if we go to a site that has a heat map, we can actually see how far out that signal broadcasts on the 2G and 5G coverage spectrums. So that's pretty cool. And what else do we get? We get a bunch of stuff, a bunch of insights here. Oh, we can actually see, I like this, neighboring access points. So one of the important things when you build a wireless network is what else is around you. The 2.4 gigahertz spectrum is very saturated. At any place where you can stand, pretty much anywhere in New Jersey anyway, you'll get anywhere from 5 to 50 other wireless networks. Most of them password protected, well, most of them not password protected, that's the problem for another video. Many of them password protected, many of them not. But they saturate the network. So in designing a wireless network, you want to know what else is around you. So you can very easily tell that from here. So we know all of our other wireless networks that are around us. I can find out their signal strength, get a little bit of information about what type of device they are. We can look at our own network and see what's connected to our stuff, who's been connected in the past, for how long. So again, pretty cool stuff. It's nice to be able to have that through a portal, so you don't have to go on site to a client. And I'm looking very forward to deploying this network. One of the other actually very cool things that we'll be able to do for this client once we get this deployed, they have obviously guests, right? It's a cabana club, so several hundred people come over the course of a week. Heck, they probably get several hundred people over the course of a day, several thousand over the course of a week. Those guests don't necessarily want to type a password into every device, right? So when we do this now, we're going to remove the password requirement for guests. We are going to put other restrictions in place. But if somebody joins the guest network without a password, they're not going to get preferential traffic treatment. We're going to throttle them, which means slow their speed down. So you'll still be able to stream YouTube, but you're not going to be able to grab everything. You know, you can't hook a Nintendo Wii up or start playing gaming, and if one guest tries to pull down too much and saturate the network and basically, effectively steal from the rest of the network, we'll throttle them down. But we will have the staff network, which is password protected, not do that, so staff will get preferential traffic treatment. And this type of network that we're doing will allow us finally to put their POS, cash registers, financial stuff, all on the same access points. So we can have everybody join the access point, but isolate the traffic. Not to get too technical, most of the people watching this video, I don't want to get too technical in how that's done, but traditionally you don't want dissimilar traffic like that. You don't want guests on your financial network. You don't want them on the same network as your POS. These access points will actually allow us to treat all of those different scenarios as though they are different access points, but with only one piece of hardware. Well, in our case, 13 pieces of hardware, 10 that look like this, one that looks like this, one that's actually round. It looks like actually two that are round. They look like smoke detectors is what they look like. And they will all be connected through Ubiquity switches, or nice little labels on them. Can't get the left and right on the camera. It's reversed image. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see what Andy and Keith have in store, how this project's going to come out. This client should be very, very happy a couple weeks from now when this is all done. I will report back on the post, let everybody know how it turned out. If you have any questions for us about your network, probably isn't going to be this large, but if you have a wireless network that you're not particularly thrilled with, maybe you're just using the wireless that's built into your cable modem, which you should never do because they're terrible. If you have any questions about wireless in particular or anything else, please call. My number is 732-743-5772. Helpdesk@verandatech.com is my email. That's helpdesk@verandatech.com. You can find us online at verandatech.com or facebook.com/verandatech. Have a wonderful week. We will see you next time we do Tech Talk Tuesday.